There's no sun up in the sky, don't know why. There's no sun up in the sky, don't know why. There's no sun up.
In the following video, I'm doing a test on grout. There's going to be 3 different types of grout, 3 of the kind of most popular, although one of them is one that I hadn't heard of until a few months ago. It was recommended to me from a customer who actually bought it from a tile store that I do business with. So I was quite interested in it because in my hand it kind of felt like there was no sand particles and I needed sanded grout. And the guy that I deal with told me not to worry, that it doesn't even need any type of sealing. And I'm like, it doesn't need sealing? How do you have grout with no sealing? So sealing the grout makes sure that not only water doesn't penetrate, although you're still going to get water penetrating through grout, it also keeps staining from staining your grout, obviously. That's what the sealer is for primarily. Anyway, so I did this little mock-up that you're going to see shortly. And I have probably 3 times, I think maybe 4 times this week alone, I've gotten emails from people saying, you know, DIYers that are basically saying, hey, I'm getting ready to do my own shower, you know, thanks a lot for all your tips, but, you know, I'm getting conflicting type of views on how to do things. They're reading blogs, they're reading different things on the internet, they're going on YouTube and they're watching videos, and a lot of the videos, I guess, have conflicting types of way to do things. So they're asking me my personal opinion, and of course there's different ways to do things, so it's very subjective. However, I've been doing this quite a long time and it's always worked for me, so I just offer up my opinion on different things. But I don't think that it's fair to actually offer up an opinion without solid proof. So one of the reasons I'm doing this grout test, for lack of a better term, is I want to make sure that when I recommend a product, I want to make sure that when somebody says I want this particular product because I heard it was good, that I want to be able to back them up, that I can actually say without a doubt this product is good because I've tried it, because I've put it through a test. And a lot of times, and I understand the apprehension a lot of these DIYers go through, because a lot of times there are conflicting methods and different types of products that supposedly are good, supposedly will help you, supposedly will make you an expert, but they really won't. I have a video online that I posted a little while ago, and the title of the video is what tile products to use, and I'm going to post that link down here in the description box, somewhere down there. So if you open up the description box, just click on more and you will see that link down there, and it basically is my opinion, my personal opinion on products to use. And it gets very confusing, I'm sure, but you know, in that video you're going to see me reiterate time and time and again that it's not the products you use, it's the application and the process of how you use those products rather than the products themselves. Having said that, not to be a hypocrite, but the following video you're going to actually see these products in use. And I'm going to try and stain this grout as much as possible, and I'm going to try and clean it out as much as possible so that you'll have a choice. You'll make the choice. I don't, again, anytime I push a product on my channel for whatever purpose, because I think it's cool, because, you know, I'm doing a demo like this, I'm not getting paid for it, nobody's sponsoring me, I'm not getting a dime from it. None of this is scientific in any way, shape, or form. I'm just trying to do a real life demo on some of these products that I'm going to be testing, and somehow or another transfer that knowledge to you so that you have a better understanding of what products are good and what products are bad based on real life experience, based on the application that I'm doing with these experiments, rather than I read it somewhere or somebody recommended it or I saw it on YouTube or something, you know, because when I'm asked about products, it's just products that I personally use, and other people that are on YouTube have their personal preference on the products that they use, and there's no necessarily right or wrong. But if we're trying to get the best products possible, assuming that the application process is done correctly, if we're trying to get the best products possible, I think it's very contingent on somebody to actually test those products and video so that you have first-hand knowledge that yes, these products are good because I saw it with my own eyes. That's the point. Polyblend, which is a Home Depot product. I have used Map-Eye or mappy, whatever you want to call it, which a lot of tilers prefer. And then I have this grout that was recommended to me. And I'm going to use, and the reason I have 6 of them instead of 3, I'm going to use water in one, and I'm going to use a grout admix in the other, with both of these for that product, both of those for that product, and both of those for that product. And then I'm going to put some coffee and wine and other things, and I'm going to actually use some color dye and see if I can actually stain the grout and see how things turn out after the grout has cured and everything. See how things turn out with these 6 different experiments and see how it goes.
There's no sun up in the sky. There's no sun up in the sky. I don't know why. There's no sun up in the sky.
A little over 24 hours now to set up and to cure. I did it pretty thick for a particular reason. I wanted to see any cracking occurs, and there's no cracking yet. So I've got a couple little things here to stain it with. I was looking for some wine. I couldn't find any. I don't drink, so that became a bit of a problem. Trying to find some wine, which is usually pretty powerful as far as staining goes. So what I have here is some soy sauce, which you would never have in your bathroom, I don't imagine, but it's the best I could do. It's best I could do for the staining purposes, as opposed to if I had a wine, that'd be a lot better, because that stains everything. And so I'm actually going to let these droplets of different staining sit here all day long, probably through tomorrow, and see what the results are. I've got a couple of other things too, and if I think of it, if I think of other things that I can use to make this grout stain, then I definitely will do that. So some of this grout looks like it's not even, doesn't even want to take it. This one especially, I'm not sure which one that one is, but I can't get it to pool up. So I think that one is on its way to being stain free, but you never know. So the other thing I have is Tabasco sauce. It's a little teeny tiny Tabasco sauce. I don't know where it came from, but I'm going to try a couple drops of that. And again, probably something you would never have in your bathroom, although who knows. Ooh, that's a bit much. So, Tabasco sauce, soy sauce, and then the last thing I have, as I said, if I think of something else, I will definitely add it to the mix. I have some food dye, and I think food dye definitely stains stuff, so we'll see how that plays out. I think the end result here is not that I'm looking, I don't think I'm going to be looking, you know, like opening, taking my tile saw and opening these up and seeing how far it stained in to the grout. I think the whole idea is the surface level, and since all this grout is white grout, it's about as profound as you can get. So if you have any other color than white, then this should help you make a decision on which grout to use. And then if you have white, all the better. So again, I haven't looked at these labels, so I don't know which one is which, but you know, time will tell. Just a quick update. Later on this evening I found some Merlot, some Sutter Home Merlot, very, very, very dark red wine. And I put another dot to make 4 altogether on all of these, and we shall see what happens. So now that it's been a day later, I'm going to go ahead and add just a little tad of water to all of these, and we shall see the results. This one is interesting. This is the food dye, which has separated from the grout. Here's another one. This is a food dye also. It looks like it's separating from the grout. This one is not. This one doesn't seem to be. That one is a little bit, and that one is a little bit. This is pretty profound right there. Of all 6 of these, this one here seems to be doing what it's supposed to do, which is repel any type of staining. That's interesting. Look at that. So, common household food dye is repelled. Definitely. That one is also, it seems like, not quite as much as this one though. What's interesting here is it's not the results that I expected. I'm going to clean it as if it were grout in your shower, and we will see the results of all 4 of these stains and see what happens with them. I've let water soak in all of these for about, I guess, about an hour or so. So overall, soaking these stains in water hasn't really dramatically improved the staining that's occurred on any of them really, except for that one. That one is a big improvement over the other ones, and that one's slightly better than the other ones, although they're actually all kind of looking the same. So the next thing that I'm going to do is add a little bit of bleach, a bleach cleaner, if you will. The same thing you'd probably do if you had staining on your grout. You would let the bleach cleaner soak Tilex, different makeups of bleach products. We'll usually get staining out if it's going to come out at all. This has had about 30 minutes to soak, which is a lot longer than you should ever really do on your shower. When you seal your grout, the more chemicals you add to your grout, the less effective your sealer becomes. It's like stripping a floor. So usually you just leave the cleaner on for about 10 minutes or so, and then go and wipe it off. Rinse it off. Okay, here is the end result. This is Prism. This is Prism Grout, which is the grout in question. That's why I did the video to begin with, because I was told by a tile shop that this stuff doesn't even need sealer, and therefore pretty much impenetrable. So this is the Prism, and as you can see, the only thing left in there is a food coloring dye. This is Prism without admix. This is Prism with admix. Same result. This is Polyblend. Polyblend is a Home Depot on the shelf type product, and as you can see with Polyblend, there's still a little residual staining of the other three that were in there. So that's a little bit surprising. This is Polyblend with the admix, and in this case it fared a little better. 2 out of the 4 stains are still there. I have been using Polyblend for most of the time I've been doing tile work. So this is Mapi or Mapi, whichever you prefer. So I had the same results with this as I did with the first one, the Prism. The food dye is the only thing left over. Oddly enough, this is without the admix. So this is a Prism without the admix as well. And so this one is a little darker, which to me means that it didn't stain as much, and then this one is a little lighter. The Mapi has done very well, and then this is the Mapi with the admix. So basically the same result, although there is a tad bit left. I believe that's the wine, if I'm not mistaken. So the Polyblend is in the middle here. The Prism Grout and the Mapi Grout fared better than the Polyblend, which is the one in the middle here. So not having used this one very much and only having used this one time, this is a bit disappointing. Although you'll never run into this type of staining on your grout in real life. Obviously you're not going to be having food products in there. You could potentially spill wine, in which case I guess any of these grouts would take care of that. The admix doesn't really seem to help. The ones with the admix here, this is just Prism normal, and that's with the admix. Polyblend normal, that's with the admix, and then this is Mapi normal, and then this is it with the admix. So didn't really seem to help that much. So since I was last on camera, which has been at least about 2 or 3 hours, something interesting has happened. All of the stains, except for the food dye, have gone away in all of these little test subjects. There's a little bit left over here, if you can see it. And amazingly enough, the whole reason I did this video is to test this this product I haven't worked with before called Prism. This is the least stained of all 6 of these, and this is the Prism, just straight, and you can see the staining is very dull. And then this is a Prism with the admix, and the staining is also dull, not quite as dull as this one, but the other ones are a little bright. And so I'm not really sure why that's happened. I guess you could say that a lot of the dye maybe penetrated into the grout, or you could say that because of the bleach product it just made it go away, except for these. And then you also could probably go out on a limb. There's Polyblend admix. This is a Mapi. This is a Mapi admix. This is a product that, as I said, I started the video with, and this looks like it worked the best as far as the stain not being there anymore, which is ultimately what you're looking for. So I have a sealer, and I'm often asked many times, what type of sealer do I use? My customers will ask me that. I don't have a specific brand of sealer. In my opinion, sealer is basically sealer. I mean, there are particular sealers that are specific, instead of grout, they're specific to stone, and I believe that you should probably invest and spend the extra money. For 16-20 ounces of a decent sealer, you're going to spend about $35-40. I don't know why it's so expensive, but it is. So, as again, for natural stone, say a granite, a marble, a tumbled stone, travertine, things like that, I would spend the extra money to make sure that you get the proper grout sealer, or stone sealer, but then also seals the grout. In this case, we're just sealing the grout, so we're not really worried about that too much. This bottle is a smaller bottle. Obviously, it comes with this little brush attachment on the end, and that's about the size of a grout line that you'd want to squeeze into that brush and then just do individual grout lines. If you want to go there, there is always this, and this is also what I got at Home Depot.
There's no sun up in the sky.